Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, 124K with the Discovery. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, let's take a look at our combat analysis report here. See what we got here. We've got 32K on a deflector. A lot of gravimetric rift, look at that. Pep Torp doing its thing. Subspace Vortex. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Let's take a look at the Lorca Maneuver here. Let's see, where's it at? Not as good as I've seen it, but kind of fun to play with. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Another 100K Science Toon video with the good boat rocking it out, Discovery style. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, and we'll see you guys on the build side, show you guys how we put this thing together and did our thing, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. See you in a minute. Alright, that was a pretty interesting ISA. Now let's take a look at the Crossfield Science Vanguard, aka the U.S.S. Discovery. A pretty nice looking boat there. They did a really good job on the detailing of this boat. You can take a look here. You can actually see the halls in the archways here if you look close enough. And there's actual windows there. Really nice detailing. And you can see the sort of the bridge in there if you look close enough. Very nice. I like that. I like that sort of attention to detail. But she's a nice looking boat for the Discovery. And I've named mine the U.S.S. Calocera because that is a species of mushroom. And since we have a fungus spore drive as our main transwarp propulsion, I figured it would be fitting if we named her something in the family of mushrooms. Alright, so let's take a look at our build we've got going on here. We've got our same standard staples here. I'm going to highlight over them so you guys can see them. Basic setup that we usually run on our science builds. With the inclusion of the new colony deflectors, which give us a nice big boost to our severity and crit chance for staying alive longer and keeping our hull up. It also has some shield penetration and weapon specialization there, gives some more crit chance. We've got our secondary deflector, and keep in mind the re-engineering system is out as of this video, so I have re-engineered both of these deflectors to give more Control X and EPG, as you can see related here. And then we've got our temporal two-piece engine and core, as always, and then the Iconian shield. And then we're running our same standard staples of weapons. And then, of course, we've got our auxiliary ejection assembly, our constriction anchor, the chronometric capacitor, the Kelvin timeline stabilizer, and the Delphic tear, along with our EPG field exciter, and the 4 Control X EPG particle focusers. And then for the star of the show, the Mycelium ambush console, which is a really nice science passive bonus. You got 13.3 to EPG, Drain X, and Control X on this thing, as well as plus 50 to Starship scientific readiness, which improves your bridge officer cooldowns for science abilities. But let's take a look at the Lorca Maneuver here. Now this thing is a little tricky to get used to positioning yourself with. As you saw in the previous ISA video, I did manage to get it in there and get a nice good shot in there, but it didn't do as much damage as I would have thought because my positioning wasn't actually perfect. But with this ability, it basically jumps you 8 kilometers forward in a straight line, reduces the flight speed of all the targets within a 5 kilometer area of that destination. So if you grav well first and then jump in, you'll have a lot more stuff getting sucked into the grav well. And then it gives you a 50% firing cycle haste and plus 50 accuracy and plus 25% crit chance for that 5 seconds. And then once that 5 seconds is done, it unleashes a barrage of torpedoes at every target that's available within the area. And then once that's done, it jumps you back. So it's a pretty neat little console. It's a little gimmicky. It does decent damage if you get a nice good hit with it. Not something that I would say would be a DPS game changer, but it's something fun to play with on a build like this. Alright, let's take a look. We've got our same set of skills here. Still running the Science Ultimate. As you can see there, a little bit of speed and turn rate, some hull capacity there, a little bit of hull plating there to give us some more resist. And then our specializations, we're still running the temporal and the strategist as our primary and secondary. And then our traits here, you can see here we're still running the basic traits that we've run for a while, giving us more EPG, more control bonus, more crit chance with our EPG stuff, you know, things like that. There's a few changes I'm looking at making with the advent of the colony deflectors and some of the other things that have come out. I may include a few changes to our personal space traits, but we'll see how that goes down the road. Alright, for Starship Traits, we've got our exotic modulation, our particle feedback loop, unconventional tactics, checkmate, and charged particle reaction. And then for our space reputation, we've got our particle generator amplifier, doing both of the auxiliary power configurations, defense and the offense, and then the advanced targeting systems for more crit severity, and then the advanced engines for the flight speed and turn rate. And then our active rep, we've got our sensor interference platform, the anti-time entanglement singularity, the quantum singularity manipulation, and the refracting tetryon cascade. We'll take a look at our stations here. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze because I wanted to include, you know, at least one temporal ability so we could squeeze in, you know, all the temporal shenanigans and mechanics and whatnot. But we've got the channel deconstruction and the destabilizing resonance beam in the temporal uni-seat. And then in the Lieutenant Commander uni-seat, or temporal, Lieutenant Commander Intelligence uni-seat, I have the Tactical Team 1, Override Subsystem Safeties 2, and Attack Pattern Beta 2. And then in the Tactical seat, we've got Chemosite, Fire at Will 2, and Torp Spread 3. Then the Ensign Engineering is the emergency powered engines, of course, to trigger our emergency powered DOF so we can get our evasive maneuvers off cooldown quickly. And then we've got Hazard Emitters, Subspace Vortex 2, Charge Particle Burst 2, and Gravity Well 3 to round out our space abilities there. Alright, let's take a look at our DOFs here. Same standard staple. Actually, this one I need to take that one out of there. Alright, so basically we've got our two deflector officers here, and Tanan, who's our cooldown reduction for exotic abilities when creating anomalies. With this one I'm going to change out. I was messing around with it for another run we were doing. But of course the emergency con officer and the Space Borg specialist. Let's switch to our very rares. Ultra rares and epics. Might throw Agent Narelle in there, since we are running Attack Pattern Beta. Yeah, we're going to throw Agent Narelle in there for now. Alright, so that rounds out our DOFs here. Alright, let's take a look at... Let's see, what else do we need to look at here? We got our stations, we got our DOFs, we got our traits, we got our skill points. We'll take a look at our stats here while we're here. Alright, now this particular boat has a 73,000 hull with all my buffs and boosts and bonuses and gear on, and 14,000 shield. That's a lot of shield, with a really nice shield regen rate. But in ISA it really doesn't make that big of a difference because you're going to get your shields dropped by that Borg tachyon beam, so. Then the resistances, they're not too bad. But with the advent of the colony deflector and the secondary deflector and the new re-engineering system, we've got an increase to our base science stats. So as you can see here, the EPG is at 481 and the Control X is at 268. This is going to give us a lot of damage output for our EPG stuff, and the Control X is going to make our gravity wells just pull so hard and have a long pull range. Pretty good stuff. But yeah, that is the U.S.S. Discovery, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm currently rocking the temporal, or the Lucari shield on it, because I like the way that shield looks on this boat, as you can see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing one of the iconic ships that's going to become an icon, the U.S.S. Discovery. from the Star Trek Discovery television series. Pretty nice boat. Flies very well, handles very, very nice in ISA and CCA. But yeah, there she is. The U.S.S. Colosera. Well, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some good information in there. Hope you like seeing what this boat looks like and going over the build. But I am DarthProtius. You guys have a Trek day. I'm out of here. Chakotay.